Hello everybody, Kensurfs here. We're in the shave den. It's Friday and we are going to do a kind of a vintage shave today. And this is the first time I'm going to be using this vintage Gillette razor, 1938 Gillette Senator TTO Open. Allergies, you got to forgive me. I want to thank my friend Kevin for sending this to me. He says he has quite a few Senators and I have never done a shave with a Senator. So I am going to do a shave with this today. I've been to the dermatologist, so they've actually burned me in a couple of spots. Oh man, they burned me good. Where? Let's see, right here, here. Precancerous stuff, we got to get rid of it. So I do encourage all of you, if you have skin problems, skin issues, go to the dermatologist, get checked out. That's the PSA for today. So since I've got some skin irritations, I'm going to be doing kind of a sensitive skin shave today. So I'm just going to be using Nivea Men. I'm going to do a face lather today. I'm going to use Nivea Post Shave or Aftershave for sensitive skin. And I'm going to use a vintage Ever Ready brush. We're going to be, in fact, but it's got a restored knot on it. Yeah, I don't think I'd still be using one from the 50s. It'd probably be falling apart by now. So let's get the brush into there. Winds are whipping up out there again, so allergies are here. Hey, I got to live with it. I got to deal with it. What can you do? I did think it was funny on this Nivea Men. Not funny, but it's showing you face lather with a brush. Current modern item, still, you know, recommending brushes. And so wet shaving is definitely alive and well. And I believe this is from Europe. So it's probably more popular in Europe than it is here in the US, but it is becoming very, very popular here. So what can I say? Good news here. All right. And I'm going to use a Gillette Platinum blade today. So let's get a Gillette Platinum out. Here we go. We'll get this blade out. This razor's, yeah, not twice as old as me, but a lot older. And I got to admit, and you know, these old razors from Gillette, Schick, you know, all these old companies, they really, really, really hold up good. So imagine, I'm hoping that the razors from today hold up almost 100 years from now. We will definitely see. I won't see, but 100 years from now, maybe some of you will be going, oh yeah, those ones from 2013 are still doing good 100 years later. All right. Here we go. I haven't had trouble with allergies all morning until I start doing this shave. All right. And this is a twist open. If you don't have any twist opens, it's always nice to have one or two in your collection, and especially vintage. But this is really my first twist open comb. There we go. Alignment looks good. You got a little bit of overhang. See the overhang? We're going to be using this. I was actually watching a couple of videos, one from Paul H. Films, and he was using a vintage twist open, I think 1966. And Kevy Shaves, he was using not a vintage, but he had a Rockwell 6S, and he had it polished, and it looks like mirror, you know, like these old nickel ones used to look like. So I just watched those two videos, and they've inspired me. Let's use a polished razor and a vintage razor. So thanks, Kevy. Thanks, Paul. All right. Wet the face here. I'm starting to get used to not having the goatee. There we go. And we'll do a face lather. I get to go see Fast and Furious 10 tonight with my wife and daughter. They said, hey, let's go see Fast and Furious. I said, hey, I'm not going to say no to that. All right, we got the lather in there, just like shown on the box, right? Give it a second. A little bit too much water. But remember, in these days, they did not have synthetic that I'm aware. They had well, maybe they did, but they don't have the synthetics like we have today. Much softer. got a feel of the badger. And I have just been talking or corresponding with DSCosmetics, and they are coming out. I haven't had a Kensurfs brush out in a while. Got a new handle coming out for 2023. They're working on them right now, and it's going to be synthetic. I have not gone to the badger ones. My daughter will kill me. I will only do, to my knowledge, synthetic, unless somebody's doing something behind my back. All right, Nivea. Very smooth. I did that in the last video when I was clean shaving. I said, I know that dude. And a couple of you got that. That was a reference from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. So later on in this video, I am going to show here in Huntington Beach, at the Huntington Beach Pier, they had what I see is one of the biggest car shows with VW buses that I've ever seen. And my father-in-law is a huge VW bus fan. So we went out there. And what I thought was cool is they had the bus, or a replica of the bus, that Spicoli and the guys were partying in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and you will see that in this video. I'll put a clip in, you can always fast forward. All right, let's try this. I gotta be careful where they burn me. Smooth. Very smooth. Thanks again, Kevin. I wasn't a VW bus fan growing up. I was more of a American muscle car man. I had my '65 Mustang Fastback. My friends had Dodge Chargers, Novas, Chevelles, Camaros. This razor is very, very forgiving, very mild. I like it. Now in Europe, in England, in Newcastle, my cousins, they're big VW fans, and they do some restorations on some of the older VWs, the bugs. And I thought that was pretty cool. And I have owned a bug before. I owned a Baja bug for about a couple of months. Wasn't working. My friend sold it to me for cheap. I got it working, drove it around, had some fun, and then resold it to another buddy. Great miles per gallon, but when it was $1 a gallon back then, who cared? All right. Oh, here's that VW bus show. You can fast forward if you want.
If they don't want help, then wait for somebody else.
I call them the ticking.
You need some H2O. I found out H2O.
Mainly campers, but did you see Spicoli's stoner bus, let's call it? And if you guys have not seen Fast Times at Ridgemont High, it's probably one of my opinion, one of the funniest comedies coming out of the 80s. That, Hollywood Nights, man, right up there. Porky's. don't think they could remake those shows today. Not politically correct. All right. Hear the feedback? Oh, I don't want to pop that blister there. Don't want to cut my lip either. Man, I sound hoarse. Like I said, the wind's kicking up, so. I think they only made the Senators, you can correct me if I'm wrong, 38 and 39. They don't have the date codes. I think Gillette didn't start back with the date codes till 51, I believe. I really thought I was going to cut myself on this shave, but nope. Now what I do with my TTOs, twist-to opens, is when I hang dry them, I usually take the blade out of them, rinse it off good, and then I just hang dry them vertically. We'll do that right there. All right, let's rinse off. All right. Good. Good, 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 good. Honestly thought I wasn't going to be able to shave for a few days. There we go. Sensitive, post-balm, Nivea Men. Only a little bit. Good scent. No burn. And let's rinse off this. Sometimes I'm lazy and I don't rinse out the brush and hang dry it immediately. Then I have to do it again a few days later. And I was doing that with my Omega boar brush, and the bristles kind of went a little orangey because I, was lazy. So there. Now we'll hang this dry, put it on the rack. I'm ready to rock. Well, have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much for your subscriptions. And if you haven't seen Fast Times, I might even watch it again this weekend just for fun. It's worth watching. All right, everybody. Till next time, it's Kensurfs. Good night.